Students, this video's purpose is to show you how to add an if statement to the Python console game project that allows the human player to press letter keys on the keyboard and change the emoji that is currently displayed as the player. So currently, as we play this game or just move the mouse around, the mouse is the icon, and currently pressing the letter C changes you to a cat, and the letter P changes you to, well, poop. But there's no way to get the mouse back again by hitting, say, the letter M. So let's stop the program here as you watch me do this. And even if you don't understand all of this black box code, as we call it, you would understand, especially having watched this video, that right here, based on the documentation, also known as comments, right here, it explains different emojis to match with different letters. They're also called cheat codes. So this pair of lines allows the human to type the C and change the emoji to a cat. This pair of statements, spaced out nicely, separated from that area, is what allows the P to be pressed and for poop to be the icon that's pictured. So by copying this code and then pasting it right below, and pretend that you don't see that, and making sure that instead of, say, a P there, you change it to something like a lowercase m, and then instead of perhaps having poop here inside the colons, you change that to mouse carefully without having any typos like I just had. Now, this if statement, similarly to this if statement, similarly to this if statement, allows the user, the human, to press a letter such as N, and it will then change the player to whatever emoji is listed there. Let's test this. I'm running it. And currently hitting C changes to a cat, but now for the first time, pressing M does indeed change it back to a mouse. And the P still works for poop, so life is, well, kind of good. Furthermore, you can change to other emojis. User input, or a copy and paste here, double equals. Do not use letters that have already been sort of assigned roles to play. WASD are off limits. The T for stamp mode is off limits, and same for the Q in quit. But other letters are surprises, according to the instructions here. And C and P are two of those surprise letters. But let's just add something like, say, S. No, S is taken for smiley face, or S is taken for moving down. I'm going to use the $sign. And if the $sign is pressed by the human, then indented where this I is lined up vertically with this I, this P is lined up with that P, and because I'm choosing to type this out instead of copy and paste, I'm typing as you see, and I bet there's an emoji for like a dollar. Hopefully there is. If not, I'll have to go to look at the cheat sheet of emojis. Or money, maybe money will be the name of the emoji. So by using use the aliases equals true, be safe because that's sometimes necessary. I'm now going to run the program, and this time pressing the $sign, Shift 4, does change me to what looks like a dollar bill or a pack of dollar bills. So this now has a surprise upgrade of a sign dollar symbol is used to unlock the dollar emoji. Of course, we can go back to M by pressing M for mouse, etc. One last bonus here in this video. You can also add another if statement that draws with, say, a colorful pen. If user input double equals, I typed in earlier and you didn't see it, capital W. I changed the theme to a white background. I changed the player to a space followed by the theme of white background. So now the player's theme is a white background. When I run this and choose to press Shift W, it now draws like you might do in Notability or Photoshop or some other graphics program with a pen tool. This works because white background, was previously typed up as a constant in line 45 here. We could have easily made that a blue or yellow or green background pen color. So I'm going to try that. Going back to the code that you're watching patiently, I'm going to copy and paste and pasting it in there, but purposely messing up the indentation to show that even though you're changing that W, say, to a capital B, and changing white background to a capitalized blue B, in theory, a blue pen, I guess that could be interpreted as a black pen also, but you would not want to draw black on black. So now when I run this, it looks good until you realize that there was an indentation error. That I in if, I stress, must be lined up with the I in all the other ifs. So this time I'm going to try it and run the program, but I have another indentation error. On line 226, this P does line up with this P, but when you weren't looking, I indented this T by accident, and it's not lined up with that T. So as long as your if statements line up indentation-wise in this section of your cheat code area, you can implement, means you can invoke or set up as many different letters and symbols on the keyboard and either change the player's emoji or the sort of pen color. So in conclusion, I should have a blue pen after I hold down Shift and then strike the letter B to make a capital B. Now I have a blue pen, but now I have a white pen. Now I have a blue pen again, and now I have a white pen again. And if you made the board larger, you could make this basically a drawing program and doesn't really have anything to do with a mouse looking for cheese in a maze. All because of the help of that if statement. Later in this course, we learn more details about if, but for now, this is very doable. Let me know if you have any questions, and best of luck upgrading your project with possibly colorful emoji and pen effects like this.